The sun was just beginning to rise over the quiet valley. Soft golden light spread across the grass, making each dewdrop shine like a tiny diamond. The air was still cool, carrying the gentle scent of wildflowers. On the tallest branch of an old mango tree sat a small brown bird named Chiru. Her feathers were plain, her voice was soft, and her wings had never carried her far from home. For years, she had lived in this tree, watching the seasons change and the river flow below. But that morning, something inside her felt heavy. She had noticed that many creatures around her were not happy. The squirrel often complained about not finding enough food. The bees were tired from working all day without rest. Even the flowers seemed to sigh when the sun was too strong. Chiru began to wonder, why is there so much suffering? Why can't everyone just be happy? The question stayed in her heart, like a song she could not forget. The decision. One day, she made up her mind. I will find the secret to ending suffering, she whispered to herself. She believed that if she could discover this secret, she could share it with everyone. Maybe then, the world would be peaceful. With a deep breath, Chiru spread her small wings and flew beyond the valley. It was the farthest she had ever gone. The wind brushed against her feathers. The clouds looked close enough to touch. She felt both excited and afraid, for she didn't know where this journey would take her. The first lesson. The crow. The first bird she met was an old black crow, sitting on a fence near a farm. His feathers were dusty, and his eyes looked tired. Wise crow, Chiru called gently, do you know how to end suffering? The crow gave a slow, deep caw. My dear, he said, suffering comes because we keep comparing. I always wanted to sing like the nightingale, but I forgot to be grateful for my own voice. If you want less pain, learn to be thankful for what you already have. Chiru thanked the crow and flew away, thinking about his words. Gratitude. Could that really be part of the secret? The second lesson. The peacock. By afternoon, Chiru reached a garden filled with bright flowers. There, she saw a beautiful peacock with feathers like living rainbows. He walked slowly, his tail open in a dazzling display. Chiru approached him. Magnificent peacock, how can we end suffering? The peacock sighed. Little one, beauty brings admiration, but it also brings jealousy. I learned that chasing others' approval is endless. True peace comes when you stop trying to please everyone. Chiru nodded slowly. Perhaps, letting go of the need for constant praise was another piece of the puzzle. The third lesson. The sparrow. The next morning, Chiru met a sparrow carrying twigs for her nest. Her movements were quick, and her eyes shone with determination. Sparrow sister, Chiru asked, do you know how to end suffering? The sparrow smiled. I have little, but I work each day to build something for my family. I cannot control the wind or the rain, but I can control my effort. Suffering lessens when we focus on what we can do, not on what we cannot. Chiru felt warmth in her heart. Gratitude. Letting go of the need for praise. Focusing on what is possible. The picture was becoming clearer. The gentle twist. The river's voice. After many days of flying, Chiru reached the edge of a wide, quiet river. She landed on a stone and looked at her reflection in the water. I have learned so much, she thought. But still, the world suffers. Is it enough to just tell them these lessons? Then, to her surprise, the river spoke in a voice like soft rain. Little bird, the truth is, suffering can never be completely removed. It is part of life, just like shadows are. Part of light. But when you carry kindness, patience, and understanding, you can ease the suffering of those around you, and your own will feel lighter too. Chiru closed her eyes, letting the gentle sound of the river sink deep into her heart. She realized that ending suffering wasn't about erasing all pain. It was about learning how to walk through it with love. The return. Chiru turned back toward her valley. Her wings felt stronger now, not because the wind had changed, but because her heart carried wisdom instead of only questions. When she returned to her mango tree, she began to share what she had learned. To the squirrel, she said, be thankful for the food you have, and you will feel richer. To the bees, she whispered, your worth is not in how much you work, but in the joy you find in your work. To the flowers, she murmured, you cannot control the sun, but you can still bloom when it shines. Some listened, some smiled, and some were too busy to hear. But Chiru no longer felt sad about it. She knew that even a small seed of kindness, once planted, could grow in time. The quiet ending. Many seasons passed. The valley still had its rains and its storms. The squirrel still had busy days, the bees still worked hard, and the flowers still had moments of sadness. Yet there was also more laughter, more sharing, more helping wings and open hearts. Chiru understood now. She had not removed suffering from the world. But she had learned how to fly above it, and how to guide others to do the same. One cool evening, as the sun dipped low and painted the sky in soft orange light, Chiru sat on her favorite branch and watched the river shine in the distance. The wind carried her gentle song across the valley. Be thankful, let go of what you cannot control, do what you can with love, and walk through life gently, for everyone is carrying something unseen. In that moment, she felt no heaviness in her heart, only peace.